Okay, so I want to show you something. I made this anime video and I did it with one sentence. One. No Midjourney tab open, no Runway, no CapCut, no 5 different subscriptions draining my bank account every month. Just one tool. One line of text, and honestly I'm still a little shocked at how it turned out. So if you've been wanting to make AI anime content but you keep getting lost in the chaos of like which tool do I use for images, which one I do use for video, and how do I make it all look consistent, this video is going to fix that for you. I'm going to walk you through exactly how I did it using Flova step by step. And by the end, you know how to make your own. So let's get into it. So basically, Flova is a platform I've been experimenting with lately. And I have to say it's genuinely different from what I expected. I went in thinking it was just another AI video generator. You know the type, you type something in and you get a generic clip back. And it looks like every other AI video you've seen this year. But what's not what it is at all. What makes Flova different is that it works like a conventional agent, so instead of filling out a prompt form and hoping for the best, you're literally just chatting with it, okay? Like testing a really talented, creative team, and that changes everything about how you work, okay? So by the end of this video, you're going to see the full process from zero to a finished anime video, and I break down every feature that actually matters, okay? So stick around because the part about skills, that one genuinely surprised me. Right, so let's start from the top. Flova describes itself as a personal AI video agent partner, and I know that sounds like marketing speak, but hear me out. Most AI video workflows right now look something like this. Use one tool to generate your images, another tool to animate them, maybe a third one to handle music, and then you're stitching all together in an editor somewhere, trying to make it look like one cohesive thing, okay? And you're paying for all those separately, so we're talking easily over $100 a month if you're using the good stuff, okay? So Flova basically says what if all of that lived in one place, and not just the tools but the thinking too, the brainstorming, the prompting, the trial and error. Flova handles that as a part of the conversation. So if you get stuck on an idea, you can literally just ask it to brainstorm with you and it will. So that's not a gimmick, okay? So that's actually how it works. It also integrates some genuinely top-tier models. We're talking GPT Image 2 for visuals, Cadence 2.0 for video generation. So these are the same models professionals use separately. And here is the kicker. All of these starts at $19 a month. I mean, bro, that's one tool replacing 5. Okay, so before we jump into the actual creation, and we're going to get there, I promise I want to talk about style for a second, because this is where a lot of AI anime videos fall flat. Here is the thing. The internet is completely saturated with standard Japanese anime style AI videos right now, and standard 3D animation audiences are generally tired of it, okay? So I'm tired of it. So you've probably scrolled past 100 of them and not remembered a single one, okay? So the goal isn't to make something that looks like AI anime. So the goal is to make something that looks like your anime, okay? Think about styles like Risograph print, that grainy, pastel, almost vintage feel, or pop art, or all painting animation, or also watercolor. So these are styles that are visually striking because you don't see them every day, and Flova is actually really good at executing them. And honestly, if you have no idea what style to go for, just ask Flova, okay? So type help me brainstorm a visual style for a story about X, for example, and it will give you a reel, okay? Useful suggestions. So I did this myself and end up going in a direction I never would have to of my own, okay? So that's the conventional agent hiding in action. Alright, so here is where it gets fun. Let me walk you through what the creation process actually looks like. So you open Flova and right away you've got the chat interface. So as you see guys, it's clean. There is no overwhelming dashboard with 50 buttons starting at you, so you just type. I typed something like create a short anime video in a Risograph print style, for example. So the story is about a girl who discovers a glowing door in the middle of rainy forest, okay? And that's it. That was my starting point, okay? So what Flova does next is actually, well, so it starts building out a storyboard, breaking the idea into individual shots, so generating images or image frame for each one and showing you the visual structure of the whole piece before any video is actually rendered. Okay, so you can see here what you're getting before you come into it. Okay, which is huge because I cannot tell you how many times I've generated something on other tools. So wait 5 minutes and then gotten something completely wrong. So yeah, now this is where it gets interesting. So you can actually choose which models you want to use for different parts of the pipeline. So I use GPT image 2 for the steel frames because it just handles detailed and texture incredibly well, especially for that risograph print look. Okay, and then Cadence 2.0 for the video generation because the motion is generally smoother than anything I've gone out of other tool at this price point. Okay, so here is the part I want to highlight. Okay, so if a shot doesn't look right, you don't have to start over. Okay, so you just tell Flova what's wrong, like literally in the shot, the lighting in shot 3 feels too, for example, too bright, and make it modier and it adjusts it. Okay, so you can drag and drop assets, swap out shots, edit the storyboard text directly, and it's this flexible. Okay, back and forth creative process that actually feels like working with a collaborator, not fighting with software. Okay, and to be honest with you, if you don't want to touch any of that, you don't have to. Okay, you can just let Flova handle every single decision and come back to a finished video. So I'm not even joking, so it works. So it's like you can go as deep as you want, or you can just let it cook. Okay, so wait, look at that. Yeah, so that last shot in the storyboard, I do not expect interpret the glowing door like that. Okay, so I actually love that. Okay, so I saved the best part of here, scale. So every creator has their own workflow, right? Their own aesthetic preferences, their go-to models, their character designs, their fonts, and normally every time you start a new project, you're rebuilding all of that from scratch, which is exhausting and slow. So scales basically let you save all of that. Okay, so you define your workflow, which models to use, which style to default to, which character assets to pull, and you save it as a skill. Okay, then the next time you want to make a video, you just click it and Flova already knows your whole setup. Okay, so one click and years of workflow preference is just there. And here is the part that actually blew my mind. So Flova has brought in professional creators to build skills that you can just use. Okay, so if you found a creator whose visual style you love, okay, so you can literally borrow their workflow. So from zero experience to professional grade output in one click. So I mean, that's kind of crazy when you think about it. Okay, and for people who want to build a series, like multiple episodes with consistent characters, consistent style, skills, is how you do it, that efficiency. So you build it once and you save it, and every episode starts from the same foundation. No drifting, no inconsistency, just halt. Okay, so if you've been sleeping on a video creation because it always seemed too complicated or too expensive, so Flova is generally worth trying. Okay, so it's $19 a month. It replaces easily over $100 worth of individual subscriptions, and the workflow is actually enjoyable. Like I had fun making that anime video. So I haven't said that about AI tools in a while. So if you want to try, the link in the description, first line. So when you sign up through the link, you get 200 credits instantly, and then 200 more every single week you log in. Okay, plus if you refer a friend, you get 200 credits per referral, up to 2000 total, okay? So that's basically a free month just for telling someone about it, okay? So yeah, go make something weird and beautiful. And if you found this helpful, hit subscribe, and I'm going to keep testing these AI tools and showing you exactly what's worth your time and what is not. See you in the next one.